Hello my friends and welcome back to another video of my series on how to write generic music. Today we're gonna write some melodic death metal or melodeath or just melodic metal because, to be honest, there's not too much death going on in this genre. So it's gonna be obviously melodic, quite epic and probably also a bit of sad, but not this lethargic and desperate kind of sad, but more, you know, this beautiful sad. So lots of natural minor, epic guitar riffs and always a good mixture between fast and slow and intense and calm and aggressive and dramatic. So let's jump right into it. So first thing I noticed is that in the past my songs always got a bit too long, so I really want to try to keep this at like 4 minutes maximum and really keep it concise. And also I want to stick to the standard pop song formula of verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro, basically more or less just as in the post-hardcore video. So with that out of the way, let's start with the intro again, and since this is melodic death metal, I guess a guitar melody will be the intro, so let's come up with that first. Yeah, whatever. It's a melody and it's in D minor because we are in drop Ds. Okay, let's get some drums in here real quick, just like really basic stuff. And I'm gonna keep it mid-tempo. Alright, that's the first part with the main melody, so let's keep going with the verse. So for the verse, I want to basically do this In Flames move, where the first half of the verse is like singing, and then the second half is this cool guitar riff. So for the first half, I'm just going to make a very short introduction with the guitar, and then just bass and drums, and then the second half will be, yeah, a cool riff, so let's come up with that. So we already got our intro, our main riff and 2 verses. So let's get some short pre-chorus in here and then a chorus and then copy pasting. So for the pre-chorus, I really want to do this melodic death metal power move, which is one rhythm guitar just plays the riff as I just wrote it, and the other rhythm guitar is doubling the melody parts of that riff, but a third over that. So you get this really nice harmonic, and yeah, it's panned out left and right, and it sounds pretty cool. So let's try to figure these thirds out. So let's get some chorus in here, and I guess for the chorus we're gonna do a bit more of the chords and less of the riffs, so let's get some open chords in here. Let's keep this chorus short relatively, so we can have a longer chorus just at the end, so we have like room to make it more epic in the end. So after the chorus, usually we would head back into this main melody riff from the beginning, but I want to do another very cliche melodic death metal trope right here. And for this stereotype, yeah, let me just show you what I mean. Oh, hey man. Hey man, how you doing? Good, good, and you? Oh, I'm alright, thanks. So, yeah, I came up with this really cool guitar riff over the weekend. Oh, nice. You want to hear it? Yeah, show me. Yeah, there's this cool, intriguing rhythm to it. Let me show you real quick. Yeah, let's see. It goes something like this. So yeah, something along those lines. So what you think? Cool, cool, yeah, I really like it, you're right. It has this intriguing rhythm. Exactly. It's a cool rhythm, cool riff. So you think you can come up with something on the drums for it? Yeah, sure. You wanna just play it together real quick here? Yeah, sure, let's go. So you know what you wanna do? I think I got something, yeah. Alright, yeah. So I'm just gonna play double bass as fast as I can. So, alright, so let's just come up with the riff you just heard. Yeah, video editing is weird sometimes. So as an outro of the chorus we have the So that's a bit atonal, and let's stick to that and use these tones and make a whole scale out of it, like this very oriental sounding. I think it's called the Byzantine scale. Let's use this to make this riff you just heard. Alright, that's our generic super fast double bass riff right here after the first chorus. So let's start the copy paste process. Copy paste all of this. So after that we will continue with the next verse. Maybe just one of them is enough. Pre-chorus in here and the chorus. So for the bridge I want to change gears a bit and basically going full insomnium, so very slow, melancholic and dramatic and not so much the up-tempo In Flames kind of style. So let's do another power move again. First of all we're gonna transition into another key just because I feel like it, and then we are going to write a like mid-tempo, like a melodic riff which is played on the rhythm guitars, and after that, to make it more intense, the main melody is played now by the lead guitar a few octaves up and maybe with this epic tapping riff, and the rhythm guitars going full on power chords again, and the drums get slower and with epic double bass action. That sounds like a spicy riff to me. Alright, I came up with this really cool riff, and to make it even more cool and even more melodic death metal, I'm gonna do the same trick again and double the melody a third over the original one with the second guitar. And now for the more epic part. The rhythm guitar is gonna be a lot easier, because we just gonna take the open chords of the rhythm section right before it and just go full power chords here. Let's come up with the drums first, and as I said, full double bass and down tempo. Taka 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 taka, boosh, and crash cymbal. And let's just, yeah. Eighths note. Ah, fuck off. Cool, and over that will be, as I said, a lead guitar with a tapping riff that is just picking up on the melody right before here. But I'm not coming up with that right now because this requires some work. And basically after that, I don't know, chorus and main riff once more. How long is this? Almost 4 minutes. Alright, so we have in this order the main melody part with a very short intro, 2 verses, short pre-chorus, a chorus, also a short one, then we have this generic double bass riff part, another verse, another short pre-chorus, another short chorus leading again into the main riff with the melody. Then we have the whole bridge part with one fast riff and one slow riff with the tapping. Another double chorus, this time for extra epicness, and melody part, main part as an outro. So let's track some bass for all of this. Yeah, that's it for the bass. Not really any interesting stuff going on here. Just, yeah, doubling the root notes of the chords I'm using, and that's basically it. And we are already done with all the instrumentals, except for the tapping lead guitar in this epic bridge part. But it's too difficult to come up with that on the fly, so I have to compose that out. Alright, so next up I'm gonna change the drum patterns, because we really used just the super basic ones. So let's get these done real quick here. Starting off with the main melody part here. Let's just put the kick pattern more to the changing chords. And change up the last drum break for a better transition. Okay, and for the verse I wanna try to go closed hi-hat for the first half, for the more calm half, and then open hi-hat for the riff part. So for the pre-chorus, snare speeding up, kick drum is doing the rhythm from the rhythm guitars, and we have this nice fitting transition here at the end. And then we are right into the chorus, first real down-tempo part here. Let's do some like, what is a slow double bass called? A single bass? So the generic double bass riff pretty much stays as generic as it is. So I just changed up the last quarter of the double bass thing and made it so that the kick drum is playing the rhythm of the guitars here. And also a little trick when you have this tom hits, like you're hitting both the low toms and the kick drum at the same time. I always take one of the toms a bit before the kick and one of a bit after the kick, so you have this real nice. So it's not exactly on the same moment, because that also fucks up your bass quite badly in the mix. And it sounds just more massive when it has this real small delay going. Alright, so for the bridge, as I said, I want to start out fast so we can get slow and epic and melancholic in the second half of the bridge. So let's start with a mid-tempo, so 2 snares per bar, and then speed it up even a bit more to 4 snares. And then the difference between fast and slow is bigger, so it has more of an impact when we go full double bass and down tempo with this part here. Okay, and here has to be a really long fill that prepares you for the epicness that is going to come. So let's make a whole bar just drum fill, linear drum fill here. So for the epic half of the bridge, there's not much I'm going to change, just add some cymbals here and there, because there's not much you can change with a double bass pattern down tempo. Maybe add some additional snares for accents here. Okay, and the rest is just copy pasting, and then we're done with the drums here. Alright, so I just finished up the tapping guitar here. Let me show you real quick how I done it. As I said, I had to compose that out, so I went in Guitar Pro and started writing it down, and starting with just the melody, which will be the tapping hand, the right hand, from the riff before, like this. And then I added that in here for the right hand. It's like and so on and so forth. And the left hand is basically just doing stuff around the root note of the chord that is playing in the background by the rhythm guitars. So in this case this would be this A, and here would be D, and then F, and a G. And then I just played around a bit with it on the guitar and figured out how it felt the most comfortable playing. Yeah, in the end it sounds like this. Yeah, pretty cool. And then I figured, damn, that's pretty complicated. And if I would actually want to learn that and play it in time, in this speed and with the precision I need to record it, I would actually have to practice it for at least a week or so, and I don't really have a week, and also practicing stuff for low effort shitpost song is not really my style. So I figured, well, let's just do the cheating move and export the DI signal from the Guitar Pro guitar and import it here in the DAW, and yeah, route it through the same amp as the lead guitar is going through, and yeah, should sound pretty good. So yeah, and if you're saying, well, that's cheating, well, I don't care, call the cops. It's just, and I'm not practicing this for a week just for this throwaway song. So let's just let the computer handle the complicated parts and let me play the easy melodies. So let's go for some lyrics, and I guess I'm doing a mixture here between high up screams for the verse and down low growls for the more slower parts like the chorus and the second bridge part. And for the lyrics, I kinda don't really know what melodic death metal is all about. I think you can pretty much write lyrics about anything in this genre. So I figured let's just go with the complete generic standard lonely man walking through the snowy Swedish landscape theme, because that's like the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about melodic death metal. So let's write down some lyrics real quick and then start the screaming. Yeah, I just wrote down these lyrics. It's not really that much because the song is pretty short and also repeats a lot of parts. And after writing it down, it seems like the guy who is walking through the snow is kind of dying, but he's cool with that and he's accepting it. So yeah, as I said, it's kind of sad but not really sad, like this beautiful melancholy kind of sad. So I'm pretty satisfied with the lyrics. Let's start recording them.
The red is the sky in the cold winter night. Step by step, by the way is hard with the light.
Alright guys, that's it for the vocals and also for all the instrumentals. So now comes the mix, and as always I will be doing that alone, and I will talk you through afterwards and telling you what changes I applied and what I was aiming for. So yeah, so let's get into the mix, and we're starting off with the rhythm guitars. This time I aimed for a more warm and rich and full sound, so you got this real like a wall of rhythm guitars coming at you. To achieve that I used some PV amps and Randall cabinets. I was just trying out what sounds the best to me, and also got in some extra exciter here to give this a bit of tape saturation as well, so they got this real enriched sound to it. Sounds like this. Yeah, singled out they don't sound that good to be honest, but in the whole mix it really works. So for the bass I was originally planning on not having too much distortion going on, just to give it this more old schoolish feel, but then I got me some reference mix, in this case from Insomnium, from one of their earlier albums, and I just noticed they have like shit tons of distortion on their bass as well, so I just gonna go for it too, and yeah, got some distortion on the bass going. And also this time I skipped the whole splitting trick that I usually do, where I split the signal in the low end and the rest of the bass, and just left it as one signal chain here, just to convey a bit more of this realness and authenticity. So for the drums I also aimed for a more realistic sound, and that comes a lot from the room mic, which is basically the standard mic in this mixing setup that is just enhanced by the kick and the snare mic. So the snare also sounds really high and really hollow, like it doesn't have a lot of body, not a lot of low end, and also not a lot of reverb itself. The most of the reverb comes from the whole room reverb, so it all sounds a bit more distant and like it was recorded in an actual room and not that much produced as a modern mix. So listen to this. And also this time I made use of the humanize function from Studio One, which basically just randomizes the placement and also the velocity of these hits just a little bit so that they're not all exactly the same. So for the vocals I added a few more additional screams here and there and also additional backing vocals for the crawls just to enhance certain moments here. And for the chorus I also added 2 octaves of clean vocals just to round it off a bit and give it the melodic death metal vibe, because usually there are like a mixture between cleans and crawls, so I wanted to get at least some cleans in here. They still sound a bit shitty, but I mean they're buried that deep under the actual main crawling vocal, so you can't really tell the shittiness anymore, which is quite convenient. All alone, I'm walking through the frosty yeah, so that's it for the mix and also for the whole video. I will show you the whole song now, also did a little music video again, so have fun with that, and then I'll see you in the next video that is hopefully coming again next month and not after a little summer break I took here, because you know lockdown is over and I got better things to do than making videos. So alright, so see you in the next video and bye bye.
Red as the sky in the cold winter night. From the mountain so high, the fire is burning bright. Not an easy path to escape this world of wrath.